Hey, Miss Page. I met you in person about 6 years ago, and there was just something that was very different about you from all the other people in the group that we were in. And I didn't have a lot of direction. I was trying to figure out what I was going to do in life. I knew that I had big dreams and there were things that I wanted to do, but I had no idea how to do them or if they were even accomplishable because we have 5 kids, one of them's handicapped. And that just seemed like a lot of barriers, and I didn't see a lot of opportunity. I saw a lot of barriers. But in the past 6 years, I have started the business. One of the things about you that's very different, everyone wants to be a life coach. Everyone is trying to help people now, but you're the only one that I have ever seen that has proof of concept, that has the background and the history. You can Google search and see that you've actually done the work. And I don't believe you can lead someone where you haven't been. And I believe you've been there 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times over, and you're leading other people there. One of the other things that is fascinating about you is that you are reachable. Like if I message you, no matter where you are in the world, you will message me back. That is who else is in Dubai messaging saying, "Hey, what's up?" While, we're in different time zones, different parts of the world, but you make time for the people that make time for themselves. And you teach and you show and you lead by example. And also, when you got on that call with our church to kind of give information and say, "Hey, these are the things you need to do. Here are some tips." You give the information, and if people listen, they go far. And it's valuable information. It's not just like the random stuff that somebody can Google. It's stuff that you've cultivated over the years from making the mistakes and having the successes and knowing what does and doesn't work and changing with the times, because sometimes the information is stale from other people, but you're always current. It's always useful. And I am so grateful for that, because what worked 10 years ago may not work now, and you stay up on what's currently working, what people currently need, how you need to adjust, how you need to shift. And that, to me, more than the motivation, more than the encouragement, having updated information is priceless. And the other thing is the consistency of you as a person, the consistency of your loving and your kindness, your willingness to help, and not, you know, what do I want to say? How do I want to say that? Not looking for something in return. Like, "Hey, I'm giving this. You can join me, but I'll give you information and I'll help you. And I'm not going to take it personally if you don't take my information, but I'm going to give it because I want to see somebody succeed." So many people don't really want to see people succeed. They just want what you can do for them. So that makes you, to me, that makes you different automatically, because you actually want to see people succeed. You want to see them do better. You want to see them come up. You want to see them change the trajectory of their families. So all of that, to me, made you stand out and extremely different from all the other people who are claiming to be life coaches, but there's no proof that they've had life yet. So that, to me, made you extremely different. And to put me and my family, you helped me and my husband get our businesses started and the funding and all of that stuff. And we are still going strong. The businesses are still up and running. I know most businesses fail. Ours have been up for 4 years and is still going. So just a testament to what you can do when you're coachable and when you listen and you do the work.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Miss Tina.
I was just a one of five from Louisiana, southern Louisiana, um, a town called Port Barry, that if you go back, you know what poverty is. The houses are shacks and everything else. And a lot of times when people say we're going to do a business meeting, it's in a conference room with chairs, but you did something very different. You put us in a whole different environment where I'm in a house. I am in like a villa in Florida with a pool and a private chef. You introduce people to bigger so that they can dream bigger, because this is something I couldn't have imagined. You have business meetings, the tea party, oh my goodness, dressed in Victorian, where people were coming up to us asking us if we were movie stars. You expose people to something that they couldn't imagine. I mean, some people come from families that do big things. I wasn't one of them. I came from a trailer with a hole in the floor. And to be exposed to trips to the Dominican Republic, where that's where you're having a retreat at to talk about business and self empowerment. Who else is doing that? So I just having yacht trips, things that you couldn't have ever thought about. And it's like blowing your mind like, wait a minute. Am I being invited to a yacht? This is something you see on TV. I grew up watching lifestyles of the rich and famous and never imagined that some of the things and some of the places, a private chef, are you kidding me? That food was amazing. Starting our morning with yoga, you just do things differently, you move differently, and so we get different results, but you introduce people to a life they couldn't even have thought about or imagined, and that is huge to me.
That hit home. Thanks. That definitely hit home because I feel like the best way you can help people is by inspiring them, not lowering to their frequency to give them a hand out, but keep climbing and invite them in the doors. The doors aren't always going to be free, but that is exactly what will allow them to stretch. That's exactly what will allow them to actually figure out how they need to get in those rooms. But it's my job as a vessel to at least extend the invitation. Thank you so much for sharing that, Miss Tina. And I know Miss Dana Kay said she was listening in today. I don't think she is in a position to speak, but she's one of my ladies as well, and one of the current ladies I'm coaching. And her book is everything. I'll let her talk about that whenever she's ready. That's her gift to the world. But all I can say is it's amazing, and it's been an honor to help her complete it and bring it to the world. So I'm excited for all y'all to meet Dana one of these days. And I see Miss Mimi just joined. If you can hear us, saw her a minute ago. And Miss Demi is on here as well. If you'd like to share for just a minute. So Miss Demi can go and then Miss Mimi can go. Just your experience in working with me. I would say for sure in the landlord department. You can unmute Miss Demi.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Demi. Um, Miss Page has been mentoring me I would say over 15 years now. Most recently, she helped me with one of my biggest streams of passive income, which was obtaining my first rental property and getting a passive stream of income through rental income. So, going through that process with Miss Page, it was honestly life-changing because it was something that I had never been through before, an experience I've never went through before. So when you're taking a risk on yourself and investing in yourself, it can be intimidating, but and you can have a lot of fear about if you're going to be successful. But working with Miss Page, she always has that mentality that you can really achieve anything that you put your mind to. So anytime I went through any roadblocks during the process of obtaining my first rental property and getting my first tenant and generating that income, Ms. Beige was there for me during the whole process. Any questions that I had, she was there to help me answer. I remember at the time there was one issue that I had making sure that I was picking the right tenant, and Miss Beige also helped me with that. And even up to this day, I still have the same tenant that Miss Beige helped me pick, and it was one of the best tenants I've ever had, and I've she's been renting from me for over 6 years now. So that was one of the experiences that I've had working with Miss Page on getting that stream of passive income. So I was just extremely grateful to have her as a coach and a mentor throughout that process. And we're currently working on getting some more streams up and running for me. So that's definitely something I'm excited about and something that I'm looking forward to in the future.
Let's go, Demi. Thank you so much for sharing that. Hello.
Hi, everyone. My name is Misha York. I have known Beige over 5 years now. I was introduced through Beige to her book that caught a lot of people's attention, and especially my attention, how to get what you want without giving it up. After reading that book, I followed her on social media, and then I had the opportunity to meet her, and of course, I jumped on it. And through that opportunity, I was able to start learning trading and, just brushing up my skills in financial literacy, like literally learning. Because a lot of things I had no idea before of, we don't get taught these things in school. I am so thankful for Miss Vade. She's left an incredible impact on my life. She's one of the few people that um, that voice still rings into my head to this day, even if I haven't spoken to her in months. Like her voice will say something like, if you have a feeling that you need to do something, create something, you need to do it. You need to finish it. You need to see it through. You need to carry it through. And so I launched a book earlier this month. It's entitled The 10 Commandments of AI and Property Management. And of course, Paige was one of the people that inspired me to do the book. So I broke down, 10 practical and evidence-based rules of how we can, move, how we can move processes, operations to the next level. So AI can support us and we don't have to be so overwhelmed and overworked at work, staying home, staying at work late hours in the evening and all that stuff. We don't have to do that anymore. So I'm just grateful for that. And I'm grateful for Miss Sage for being an influence in my life to get that done.